Hey guys, this is CryptoCruz once again with CoinFinancial bringing you another market update. And yes, guys, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting what's happening right now. I was starting to get bearish because the the falling wedge that I was looking at, we got rejected recently a few days ago, and it was since we got rejected, the next support line was at around 30. So I was really looking into hitting that 30 support line, but I'm gonna talk about it right now. We actually just broke to the upside. Okay, so here's my analysis right here. So here is my falling wedge right here, right? As you can see, right here's the falling wedge right there going down. That's the resistance line, and then the bottom white line is the support line right there. We did get rejected. If you zoom into the 4-hour candle, right, we got rejected right there, as you can see right there. We got rejected, and we were going down. We formed the squeeze, and I guess it was a fake out because I was actually expecting us to retest this line down here before we bounce up. But inevitably, I knew we were gonna retest it and then bounce up. But it didn't happen. We bounced up anyways. It was more like a fake out, I guess. But what happened was we bounced. We didn't go quite down all the way to the support line right here. Instead, we went over here, and the bulls made a fight for it, and we actually broke the wedge to the upside. We broke that resistance. And what it is, I was waiting today on the daily chart, hoping that we would close the day above our resistance line. And sure enough, if we zoom in, as you can see right there, we closed the day above that resistance line, and what was once resistant becomes support. So now we've broken out of this falling wedge, and that resistant line has now become support. I am expecting us to test that support before we move higher, right? So it looks like this candle is starting to go red, but there's always a chance that we could go higher before we actually test this support line. But I am definitely expecting more than a lot more times in this scenario. When you break up, you always we usually, right, we usually retest the resistant line that becomes support, right? So I am expecting us to go back maybe to around 38k, right, to retest that support. 38,000, yeah, to retest that support before we head higher. But we can head higher right now, but like I said, eventually we'll usually have to go down. All right, but it is exciting. We've broken out of the wedge, but in the bigger picture, we're really not out of the woods yet. All right, if we go to the weekly chart, we are still below this orange line right here, right? We're still below this orange line. And remember what I said, when we finally go below the orange line and close below it, I become bearish. And that is what happened, right? But we did have a falling wedge. So we're not out of the woods yet. I am still a little bit bearish. What we need to look for now, since we're breaking out of that falling wedge and going up, is we need to test this resistant line at around 47,900, 48,000. We need to test that, and we need to break above it. That is our next that is our next target right there. We need to break above. Let me just zoom in. There you go. Right there. We need to break above this line, which is around $48,000. Break above it and close above it on the weekly. Once we do that, then I will officially say that we are still short-term wise back in a bull market. Sorry. Long term, long term, I'm talking about years, we're still in an uptrend, right? I'm very confident that we are still in the uptrend in the long term. Like, I'm talking about 1 to 2 years, we are gonna head higher. But in the kind of the mid short term, right, I remain bearish until we actually break above this orange line and close the weekly candle above it, right? And that's when I become very bullish again on the short to mid term. Because when that happens, guess what, guys? When that happens, our next target is to retest the high, the all-time high. And if we do break that, the next target after that is right here, which is around $105,000. Okay, so we just take it 1 week at a time, right? We always, if you always in doubt, remember to zoom out. Okay, so we're taking it 1 week at a time. We're zoomed out. This is the weekly chart right here. We are breaking above. This would actually validate more that we are gonna go to $48,000. It would validate it more if what's today? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, about 2 days from now, on Sunday, if we close this weekly candle above my white resistant line, that will become support on the weekly, and that will heighten the percentage. I would say 90%. We will definitely go all the way to 48K, right? And then we'll see how it goes once we reach 48K, if we'll break that resistant line or get rejected again. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. But also good news, after that, here's some good news also of why we're probably seeing this price action. But the chart does tell us that we're pretty much back right now. Okay, so this just happened. Rafael Ted Cruz, the junior, no, I'm not related to him, but the junior Republican senator from Texas, was buying the dip, right? So Friday, February 4th, Ted Cruz bought between $15,000 and $50,000 worth of Bitcoin on January 25th, all right, using the River Oaks brokerage. At the time, Bitcoin was trading about 36 to 37K. So he bought the dip, guys. He bought the dip. This is a Republican senator from Texas. Okay. And I have also read or heard that, I want to see again. And I've also heard that the state of Texas, just like the state of Arizona, is trying to make Bitcoin legal tender. That would be crazy if that goes through in Texas and also Arizona. So we're waiting for that. And it's good news that Ted Cruz actually is buying the dip in Bitcoin as well. So that is amazing. And for more news, again, like I said, 90% of all traders lose, only the 10% win, especially when you're trying to do leverage trading, derivatives trading, leverage trading. That's where 90% of people really lose, right? Bitcoin returns to 40K, liquidating over $50 million of shorts in hours, right? So this is going both ways. Look, Bitcoin returned to $40,000 for the first time in 2 weeks during February 4th as Wall Street volatility proves to boom for Bitcoin bulls, which liquidated $50 million worth of shorts. People were shorting it and they lost money. Guys, it goes in both ways. When we were going up and up and up and up, and euphoria is hitting, and we were at 65K, 66K, 67K, people were going long They kept saying, "Oh, we're going to the moon. We're going straight up to 100K, blah blah blah." And they were going long. And guess what happened? All those long positions got liquidated, right? And then we went down. We went down to 47K. We went down to 45K. Below 40K. Went all the way down to 33,000. And a lot of longs got liquidated. A lot of longs got liquidated, which is why I've won a lot of leverage trading, right? I know I've lost some, but I've won more than I've lost, which is good. But as for right now, I'm actually not touching leverage trading at the moment. I'm just doing Bitcoin, altcoin spot, accumulating more Bitcoin that way. It's the safest way. It's the risk assessment, risk elimination. I'm all about that. So, and I can talk about that strategy in another video. But again, euphoria was hitting, a lot of longs got short liquidated, and now that we're dipping all the way down to 35K, 34K, 33K. Now everyone, just like when we were going up, now everyone's saying, "Oh, we're going to zero. Oh, we're going to 5K, we're going to 10K, we're going to 14K, we're going below 20K. Oh, it's over for Bitcoin, blah blah blah." After the euphoria of us going up, same thing happens when we're going down. Everyone's saying Bitcoin is dead, blah blah blah, and people are shorting. And guess what happened? We didn't even reach 30K and we bounced, right? And again, I told you in my other video, I did not sell a single. Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. I did not sell a single Bitcoin. Why? Because that is actually more risky than just holding. Okay? Imagine how many people sold at 34, 33K. And that was actually the bottom. So people trying to time the market to go to buy lower, they're the ones that usually get wrecked. People trying to short the market, they're the ones that usually get wrecked, right? Why? Because Bitcoin is still way undervalued. Just think about it. You always have to think about your goal. What 5 years from now, how much will Bitcoin be, right? Does it really matter if Bitcoin goes another 30-40% down from here? Does it really matter if you're looking at 5 years from now? To me, all that matters is 5 years from now, how much Bitcoin will I have? Because 5 years from now, I can almost guarantee you that Bitcoin will be worth way more than $60,000. So how much Bitcoin will you have then, right? So yeah, so going both ways, people were shorting. They're saying it's gonna go lower. Well, guess what? All those people that shorted just got liquidated because it bounced from 33K and now we're above 40K again. We're actually at 41K right now. So just huddle tight, yes, we are still lower, pretty much far from hitting the all-time high, but patience is key. The biggest transfer of wealth comes to those with patient hands. That's all I have for today, guys. Until next time. And please don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and oh, sorry about that, and hit the notification bell if you enjoy watching my video and if you like the content that I'm sharing with you. Okay, so until next time, guys. Bye bye.